Hello, everyone. Yeah, I had to go with Frederick Douglass Jordan on this one, and I do understand that the what I'm about to say is probably going to get some major pushback because we've been subject to this kind of thing all week. But um, let me say hello to everyone that has said something in the chat thus far. Barry Little, what is up? Mulatto Vanguard, what's good? Iron Will. Yeah, let me read the comments before I get started on ex- this extremely medium length rant. Says to paraphrase Bill Burr, she swung her Birkenstocks over the fence of misandry and feminism for quick cash and a quick come up. Driving Miss Pearly was never the second coming anti-feminist. She's Vanilla Ice. Jared Taylor, Carolyn Bryant, and Hillary Clinton rolled up into one neat, easy to digest pseudo pro masculinist package. Pearl got put on by KS originally, then Donovan had her on a ton early as she started her channel. I'll go ahead and say this: I don't consider Donovan a team player as far as what I've been trying to go for, as far as coming here to YouTube and the space. And part of that space is the Black Manosphere. Which to me, it was the scope of the Black Manosphere itself is a lot smaller than I thought it was because um here's the thing, my presence here is and a lot of us have this rare idea that we can somehow make a difference. Yeah, Mulatto Vanguard, I'll be getting all of that. Hey, just drop all of that in the chat. Who did what? Because this is for me. This was about increasing the presence and the strength of Black man media. This is always what it's been about to me. Whatever we discuss, our positions politically, financially, and especially with what I can see is the most popular conversation in the space, relationship talk, which is discussed ad nauseum, and people was repeatedly deny it, but it's the most popular conversation we got, and I know a lot of us are just sick of it. We just need some variety. Variety is the spice of life. Soul Provider reacts. What's up? This is a repeating event. Women, men, or others. Rainbow who pander to black men or women in dating topic spaces will blow up easily the harder they pander. Nothing new is special about this. Will you be dropping the link later? I have a few comments on Pearl. Yeah, I'll be dropping the as soon as I say what I gotta say. We just this is not a whole diatribe on just Pearly things and what I understand her saying that slavery was exaggerated, which I never supported her. I never did. I know I got her tagged in this broadcast. Yeah, she's been a hot topic. I mean, why wouldn't she be? Um, this for me, it's impossible for me to process a white person being in a conversation about black relationships, and I know a lot of people don't have a problem with it because uh, the way she speaks is she speak as if she's one of these what do you say, one of these textbook red pillars, one of these people who are fully aware of uh them hoes is up to no good, and she speaks those talking points, and for some reason a lot of people started to listen. you know That's why I got that poll. Who made her popular? The YouTube algorithm, the black manosphere, or it's because of shit like this. So let me get myself together real quick. I've never supported her. Either she's a clone. I never subscribed to Pearly Things. Never liked the content. She is just regurgitating everything everyone else already said. Hmm. Yeah. So let me share some slides real quick. Okay. Had this whole thing set up for y'all, but I don't know. I guess it's just the way I grew up, and I do understand that the way I grew up and other people the way they grew up is quite different. But I was I grew up in Montgomery, Alabama before, like, I don't know, before a lot of it went to shit. You know what I'm saying? The last remnants of the civil rights movement, because, like, the civil rights movement was 15, 20 years previous to that. So it was very close to it. And I don't know. I just got my fill and my share of it because the tension was still pretty much there. So it would be hard for me to process why there are black people who let white people into these conversations, especially about our relationships. I know I already said that, but things need to be repeated, because, too, there's a very good reason and a very fickle reason for it. The good reason being that there are people that are coming to the broadcast. So repeating something isn't necessarily a bad thing. Might be the first time a person's hearing it. The second part is it's just people don't fucking listen. It is hard for me to process a white person being in this conversation. I don't care because words are words. It's the principle, man. It's the principle. I mean, shit. It's like when the conversation with us is about gender, but when it comes to her, it's about race and gender. I'm not saying you should hate, or base your ability to process information based on race or gender, but you might want to consider the source. My whole thing is defending her positioning especially when she doesn't need defending, because her channel is bigger than all of our channels combined. Why are there brothers? Why are there black men who are supposed to be about black male media putting on a cape for her when you clearly have problems? I mean, with doing that kind of thing for the sisterhood. Any sisters that's here that are guilty sometimes of regurgitating these so-called quote unquote red pill talking points, you got a person that has gotten successful off of it. They're treating it like some people are actually treating it like some second coming of your boy. I would never compare it to that. Based on the principle it was a black man. Who would you rather hear it from? Well, according to a lot of you, neither one of them. But I tell you, I'd rather hear it from someone black. I mean, you can call me racist, or could have had one of these old fashioned minds or whatever. I can't. That's why I really didn't dedicate a program to her until today. I would casually mention her and say, yes, yet another female in here capitalizing off male talking points. But to this level, you got dudes that have a problem with the way black women do things, but make whole broadcasts dedicated to caping for her. Are you serious? She had talking points, but words don't hurt me. Yeah, guy, you have a thick skin, Dane one. It's not even about whether it hurts you or not. It's nothing that hurts. It's just that it's just that we are perplexed by these personality types that look like us. And you think that we would stand on more solid ground, especially based on history. And I do understand a lot of young people don't have any respect for history. You know, a lot of people didn't grow up getting popped in their mouths enough, and that is a shame for something that for me to say have to say something like that. Yeah, I keep Obsidian is an opportunity. I'm disappointed in Obsidian. I literally heard Obsidian says he wants to grow up and expand his. He wants to grow and expand his audience. He was praising Pearly because of her reach, throwing all integrity out the window. Hmm. Yeah, I mean, you would think that this whole Black Manosphere thing and the use of the words Black Manosphere, was a starting point, a point to solidify this black man media. But, I can't say that everyone who criticizes the space are all haters. I know I don't put her popularity at the feet of the black manosphere. It's just that a lot of people that say that they represent this space are really pulling for this one. And I can't say that it's not sour grapes or some bit of contempt in observing this. Because see, with my personality type, I rather help black men prosper any day. Anything I can do to help. That's me. I can't speak for the collective. But when it comes to this, when it comes to, trying to solidify a place where black men can have our own media, and it ain't always got to be about the relationship talk. It could be about other things. You have black men that talk about other things that can be acknowledged. I'm not just talking about how much they hate black men talking about relationships. And like, cause I gotta be honest, I'd rather hear a black man talk about it than her. O'Shea Duke Jackson seems to be the only one going off. I mean, O'Shea is O'Shea, but I am who I am too. And my thing is this: from a race standpoint, and I know a lot of people aren't on whatever that is at this point in 2023. I don't believe she should be a part of the conversation when it comes to black folks. I just don't. When it comes to black people, melanated, African American. And that's not me being pro black, hotep, whatever. That's just me being me. That's just what I've experienced and I've grown up with. I mean, I don't care how many black men date white women interracially. That was like for me, that was dick policing was never the focus. It is keeping it 100 with who you are as a person, and every group gets to have that identity, but we throw that shit away. And what we do, we just bring her in like it ain't nothing wrong. That's bullshit. I don't care. Like, power starts now. If we want respect, we can't allow racists to disrespect us. And women need to see us fight back. Either her, they see what they want to see, bruh. When you go against that kind of thing, man, you have to do it because that's what you feel good about doing. I don't care about them seeing it. They make the decision over and over again not to see it anyway. For brothers whose goal is to gain respect that they'll never get, knock yourselves out, bros. Man, MTR. I already said what I said about MTR. How many I'm no longer a part of the manosphere videos you got to make. I'm like, cool, fine, just make your content. But it's whatever on that at this point. What is the black manosphere? What is it at this point? I mean, I'm not saying, oh, I'm about to leave it. I'm just saying it needs to be under some kind of strong leadership. I don't think it should be thrown away. I think it should be taken over. I don't think that men who aren't serious about black man media, and I'm not just talking about the relationship stuff, I think they should be cast to the side. I think they need to be thrown at sea, be eaten by the sharks. I don't give a fuck about guys like that. You make us look weak. Shoot. I mean, I'm not talking about her success and her little money or whatever. I mean, ain't nothing that Google search can't say, this is this right here really our fault that she gets to do something like put her ass on expensive cars or whatever she got. I mean, she ain't even a pog. Y'all know what a pog is, for you freaks out there. She's not even that. Not to say I'm look shaming or anything, you gotta say that in 2023. But it's like, for me, in order for you niggas to fall down that fucking much, there has to be some type of incentive. It can't be the fact that black men feel so underappreciated, they have to resort to desperately seeking appreciation wherever we can get it. Like, dude, I mean, it's not a good look to look that desperate. I don't care. I don't care. Like I don't go out seeking people who appreciate me for saying stuff. Or no, well, appreciate me for existing rather. Someone who panders to me. Someone who kisses my ass. Even as supervisors at various jobs, I always felt like that was weird. Why would someone want their ass kissed? Why would someone want to be pandered to? That doesn't feel good for someone to act phony toward you, all for the intensive purpose of of just having someone that will help you correct these sisters. Is it really that serious? If it's something that black men can't take care of on our own, as if we have to make that kind of shit important anyway, then shit, we should leave it alone altogether. Why are we looking? Why are we looking for her to be a savior? And I'm expressing this to any black man that's listening that might feel as if I'm just being a little harsh here. No, fuck all that. John Smith. Oh my God, you guys are really freaking out about this. In the real world, allies come and go, and out all of the time. Just ask Saddam Hussein and Muammar Gaddafi. I can't. They're fucking dead. Fuck. Man. Hold on one motherfucking minute. I don't like to do this, but yeah. You sit there for a second, dumbass. That big bitch is That big bitch is no longer in the damn car. She's sitting on the hood, but could pass a blunt to the trunk. High ass yoga pants and young ass. She only quotes Thomas Sowell as her be all and only source of information about the black experience in America that tells you everything. Like, yeah, it's kind of like when a white person quotes a line out of a rap song, and then all of a sudden everybody's on board. Like, oh man, yeah, you know that song, dude. You cool as fuck. You white, you cool. Nah, mm-mm. No, we good. Folks is you folks is crazy. These dudes right here. That's how y'all look. That's how y'all look right now. Why does she need defending? She has almost 2 million subs. Let them worry about defending her. Shoo. Who why would black men shout at other black men about this? About her saying some like slavery is the slavery narrative is exaggerated. I'm sure somebody can comment exactly what she said, but yeah, I mean, I've said this once. Being from Alabama, I am never surprised when a white person says something racist. Never, never. I know who my allies are. I'm not surprised if someone that calls themselves an ally with pale skin turns their back on me. I'm not shocked. There's always a little faint part of that existence within them. So I'm not going to be all disappointed or try to do all this damage control. I'm just going to be like, I fucking knew it. LMAO this week on YouTube has motherfucker clutching their pearls literally. What's going on, Phil Brad? Like I said, I ain't gonna do it. I ain't gonna try to save the white girl. I ain't gonna throw her the life raft or the life jacket or anything like that. Just nah, nah. Cause you guys supposedly were tired of females taking male talking points and making some money from it. Yeah. Remember this? Remember her? Remember how everybody used to complain about the money she was getting? I even said a couple things about it. And my whole point was, yeah, this is a male space. But let's be brutally honest. If we had men, black men in particular, to totally rely on as far as anything about any progression, as far as these social media spaces, you wouldn't get a goddamn thing. See, as black men, we have to create value for ourselves. But if this picture were true, this is actually Jessica X, like she claims, I'd rather have her talking about it than Pearl. Her name is Pearl. She ain't even got one of these jumpy, cute white girl names like Christy or Kelly. Pearl. She's look. The only character I can think of that with the first name of Pearl was the maid on Different Strokes. That was kind of fat. Pearl. Bro, she compared slavery to the people exaggerating the Holocaust. She's a clown. Disturbing how many manosphere dudes defended her today. Leave her alone, things Obsidian would say. Mr. Kraft's daughter. Her name may as well be Mildred TP. I actually had a black teacher named Mildred. Yeah, she was a good lady. Yeah, she had an afro too. She was a soul sister. I don't get it, man. How? Because she said something racist and all the black content creators embraced her. You know, a couple of them were light skinned too. But I mean, shit, this is supposed to be, like I said, this is supposed to be our space. So, in saying the whole creating value bit is what we have to do. And there are some black male content creators that have done that. And one I probably would say that people have expressed that they don't really like this guy, but you got to give him his props. I mean, at least it is a black man making money is the lead attorney. He offers some value in his entertainment. And I actually sat there and watched him a few times and I laughed. I don't laugh at you guys that much. I'll look at your content. Y'all be saying that doesn't mean y'all don't say any fire ass shit. Cause a lot of y'all do. You saying stuff that needs to be said and needs to be heard, from a wider audience. But see, the problem with that is shit, they letting white folks in. Like Viacom on BET. She talking about she want to create a network of content creators, meaning I guess creating opportunities. I don't want them opportunities. I don't want. I don't want to over. I don't want it like. I don't want it to be like an overseer of the plantation. But it seems that some of these guys will do it just to get exposure to a bigger audience. These dudes want a talk show. These dudes want to be Oprah. I mean, shit, Oprah money now. That's not a bad idea to have. But like seriously though, is a thing called integrity. My thing is like I gotta be able to do things to make it on my own around here. Lead attorney is an opportunist, but he is entertaining. Yeah. Whether he's an opportunist or not, that doesn't change the fact. You're right. Black like level revelations too. Her staff should have made the first move. When her and Fuente started talking shit, she should have immediately had a full Indeed page of openings for podcast management. Instead, they laughed. They ain't want people gonna be racist no matter what. No, this ain't a why they don't like us broadcast. I'm past that. In fact, I probably got past it as a baby because I don't fucking remember when I got past it. As far as I can remember, I always was past that shit. Oh, why they don't like us? Why they gotta do us like this? Nah, I ain't like that. I'm right off that. I'm right off the cut. Fuck them. Period. I mean, it's not like I look at every one of them and think that they're calling me an N word in their head, but I wouldn't be shocked that they are. In fact, I got a couple shorts focused on that that I got in the chamber. So I'll probably be putting those out tomorrow. I mean, when I first came to YouTube, I tackled racism a lot. So people should know how I feel about stuff like this. I know some of y'all ain't been around that long to see my earlier broadcast where it was basically just me hangouts and screen share. I did a whole thing on Botham John, a whole thing, several broadcasts. I dedicated some time to that one, and I would say that the whole thing, the reason why Botham John is dead, just sitting in his apartment, it was because of racial profiling. I'm not soft on stuff like that. I just barely talk about it because I care about solving the problems within our people a lot more. Not let some white girl in just because oh sisters need to hear this. No, it's more than that to me. Ray Hummer, Petway Boy, Gabriel Meth. The poll needs multiple choices or all of the above. Oh, okay. But just choose one. I ain't think about it. I'll take your suggestion next time. D. Scott, what's going on? Leave her alone. Oh, look. They all embraced it. They all embraced it. Like, yeah, I had Joe Biden up there to make my point. Like, look, I mean, we can't get caught slipping. We forgive them a little bit too much, especially when it comes to racism. And I get it. I do understand that this seems some type of insurmountable task, so many people would dismiss it as not being bothered by it. But you should be bothered by it. Pearl said she would date Nick Fuentes. Shoot, I mean, all I'm saying is this: I'm not surprised by what the chick, because I never like invested time into listening to her. She said she would date Nick Fuentes. That's fucked up. He's like your stereotypical "Make America Great Again" guy, like the stereotypical one, the one, the one that you would believe is like the bleeding heart racist. And you know, we water seeks its own level. So like he said, Jared and Susan said, "Why wouldn't she? Yeah, why wouldn't she? They both the same skin color." Andrew Tate is not black identified. He never cared. Yeah, like Amber Rose. He's Obama black. Bar Malone. Pearlie is hit in all aspects, but that just shows how desperate men are to be heard from any female. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We're so starved for some type of appreciation and some type of validation that if we get like, and for many guys, the problem in these relationship conversations is getting women to listen to them. Women don't listen. Women don't shut up. So these guys like to hear a woman speak things that they have been trying to tell women, which really they shouldn't really waste their time with. it, they're just like blown away when they hear a woman say it. It's in the same regard as it's the same mentality that there are a lot of females that are surprised that many guys are saying this because they're not used to hearing it, so they have a really huge negative reaction. I mean, like you get called all kinds of bitches, you get called out your sexuality. I mean, just the worst of what anyone can say to you. Just like that's like the worst when women hear these so-called truths from guys. Hearing so-called truth, guys hearing so-called truths from women, especially the guys that have been affected by this, that all of a sudden they're blown away with over appreciation, like, oh my god, like this is the best shit ever. This is like greater than the greatest drug on the planet. She understands. She understands. No, the fuck she don't. See, when the black female does it, you call it getting played, and you the motherfucking fiddle. Yeah, you getting played like that. Shit's horrible. Like the fiddle, and I just like I said, I just hate to see it. I hate to see our brothers go out like this. Shoot, her success is her success. That shit ain't because of me. I'm just saying it. Too desperate for validation on your beliefs. You're supposed to stand on your beliefs anyway, whether you got whether you got too many people behind you or not. Yeah, I put them pictures there because we are so quick to welcome them in. We so quick to let them in. and they don't have any like like I'm not saying that they don't have any good intention because they definitely need us for profit, which has been displayed and exhibited over and over again, but it'll never be for anything that's really noble. Yeah, I want that. I want that black guy to be a head of a corporation one day. No, ain't none of them saying that shit. But what they are trying to do is they're trying to get you to forgive them for everything they've ever done. So if you're going to get mad, if you're going to get mad at Pearlie for what she's saying, you need to get mad at all of it and stop all this hugging, stop all this forgiving people for taking years off of your fucking life. Steve Harvey used to piss me off with that shit. I forgive you. A lot of people are susceptible to groupthink and going along with what others say. Yeah. But I didn't know that it was gonna be like this. Like I thought, really, I get kind of get why there's an anti-black manosphere. They're like because their main thing is there's other things to talk about. My main thing is there's a lane for everything within the black space of YouTube, especially if you're going to deal with matters that are involving the community. But they shouldn't be anywhere near it. I'm fresh out of forgiveness. Hey, me too. I still can't believe he asked her for a hug in this photo. Damn shame she killed him. Yeah, he wants to hug the woman that killed his brother. Tomaso, Tomaso, I thought it was my apartment. She looked like that deformed too from the Goonies. I mean, Black like Revelations, LMAO, the entire YouTube is in the sunken place, and Pearlie is circling the teacup like a red pill vulture, and Thomas Sowell just ran across the plantation green. Oh yeah, let me go back to that picture real quick. Yeah, this dude is hugging the woman that killed his brother, and then lost a civil suit right after that. That family lost a civil suit because they going around trying to get hugs. Then what made matters worse? Yes, 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 I agree. Black light. What made matters worse is that the judge hugged the woman and then gave her a Bible. The bailiff putting fingers through her hair. Well, they saying that she was checking for weapons because they can hide weapons in there in their hair. Although I've never seen that, but whatever you want to go with. The father, oh, I would like to be your friend, Amber Geiger. This all really happened. Saying we're far too forgiving, and all this shit that they have been able to do. Yeah, murderer, Tomaso. Tomaso. I thought, like she said, I thought it was my apartment. I tell you something. As soon as I walk into a place, I can tell immediately whether it's mine or not. So it was a 12-hour day. No, you saw black guy. I mean, shoot, I probably will like all the stuff that I found on her, and it's just like all of it concluded for me is that she shot him in cold blood. That was the most embarrassing display of black people I've ever seen. Well, yeah, I mean, like nobody died in the whole just Pearly. Well, Kevin Samuels, but yeah, but it wasn't like just Pearly Thieves killed Kevin Samuels. Yeah, this will probably be slightly more embarrassing than what transpired this week. I never heard of this chick before yesterday. Good. That means that you occupy spaces in YouTube that are maybe somewhat productive, or you support black male media. It used to be a time where they used to have their thing and we had our thing going, and we were happy with the segregation. I mean, now I'm not like talking about real segregation because I don't know why a lot of black people thought that integration was going to solve our problems. All it did was we carried our money to their facilities and started giving money to them, and you see the results of that spilling over today. Um, but like I said, the John family lost a civil suit, and they lost a civil suit, especially when you're hugging the killer of your son, the killer of your loved one. Hugging folks. Is this how we view whiteness? Like the ice is colder over there to the point where this person right here, oh Jesus Pearly, I guess this is what you see at the pearly gates. Man, so I've been roasting that clown. When Taylor Clenny murked Chris, Christopher Obenselling. Now, yeah, his name was Christian Obenselling. I called that bitch just Pearly Gates. People wasn't on to it back then. Shoot. What the fuck is wrong with us? Our savior. Who did this? Yeah, I would say it was a guy named Kevin. Yeah, I don't know what he was thinking when he put together this slideshow. BMBH ever seen those Corey vids of black fathers from front of their son's killer in court? They are never white. And yeah, they jump the motherfuckers too. They either scream real loud at them or they'll jump them. Ain't no hugging, ain't no forgiving. But when it's the white killer, restrained. Shoot, what's wrong with us, man? I don't like this. I don't know. Maybe forgive me forgive me for being the one to imply or believe that it like I said, it should be the black space of YouTube should look like fucking Soul Train. And black men, we obviously need to grow a pair and take center stage and fortify at this point. Can't see in red. What's going on? Bar Malone. A lot of the families that had loved ones die at the hands of law enforcement have people try to silence them with the promises of money so they don't get demonized in society, and most of them go for it. So you're saying that's kind of what the Jean family did? Like we'll get you in civil court because like you do hear those civil court cases where people get awarded like some small million figure like sometimes 1.5 million. Like I think Eric Garner's family got like 1.5 million or something like that, or 10 million or something. It always be something like that. They must, and so what your suggestion maybe is like they promised the Jean family some money if they go if they don't go too hard on Amber during the end of the trial, and they probably told her to put on your white girl tears because that always seems to work. Oh, you talking about under the table, or I don't know, or they handed her one of them letters like, look, one day y'all gonna get pulled over, and that's gonna be it. Like, KP from KC5, what's going on? Out from the Norm 18 said, Pearl will never have to apologize, but I noticed she didn't post the entire Nick Fuentes video of him talking about the Jewish community. Oh, yeah, they leave them motherfuckers alone. The small hats, nobody messes with them. I will give it to Q Butter, though. Not someone I want to give much to, but he's emphasized what the Jewish community has done. Absolutely. Okay. Niggas praying. Wait, they think that's waiting at the pearly gates. Like your boy Black Light Revelation said. But man, it is I don't think that I'll just go ahead and say this. I don't believe that just pearly things ought to be blamed for the progression of any of these channels that are run by black men. I don't think that she should be blamed for, possibly affecting traffic of maneuvering away from, okay, let me just use my channel as an example. Like, say, for instance, if I found through some undeniable proof that I would have had more traffic coming to this channel that than, if just pearly things didn't exist. Like, it wouldn't make sense for me, I would say, to say anything or to make broadcast after broadcast saying, "Oh, why you niggas supporting her? Why you niggas this? Why you niggas that?" The fact of the matter is if the choice is being made anyway, uh, why should I scream about it? Why should I even be mad about it? So to give you some context, this ain't about this ain't about the fact that she's getting traffic. The fact that she's had one of the largest lives I've ever seen, like bigger than anything even Kevin Samuels has done, and that right there is saying a lot. Because Kevin Samuels, I think the most I've ever seen him do a live show was like 35K. Maybe he got it to 35K, but never any bigger than that. Pearl got hers to like 65K. I was like, shit. She must be saying some real shit that no one else has ever said before. That is totally original to her. I mean, that's a hell of a feat for YouTube. I don't think I've seen a broadcast on YouTube that's had more live viewers than that. Maybe I haven't been watching enough YouTube, or maybe I haven't seen the channels that are on a much larger scale than even her. But like some of those channels don't even do live broadcasts with that many people watching. This motherfucker RPM and damn niggas crazy for supporting shit that looks like Carrot Top. All right, John Smith. Wow, you ninjas are terrified of everything. It's no wonder that these other races are constantly okay. How are they whipping our asses? What are you talking about? Like, you got niggas giving more W's to these motherfuckers and actually taking an ass whooping. I mean, obviously, you grew up in a damn town that you felt 3 feet tall in. Like, dude, I don't think that submissively. I don't know why you thinking like a bitch. Like any of you other ones thinking like John Smith here, thinking like a bitch. I'm a bitch. Yes, I'm a bitch. That's what I think when I meet a person that's like with the mentality of John Smith. And he's trying to project his terror onto us. I ain't scared of these motherfuckers, man. You got me wrong. I mean, shit, you must be one of the motherfuckers in love with just pearly things. That ain't me praying down there. That's you, bruh. Oh, you ninjas are scared of everything. Shut up, man. You be all on the other broadcasts talking about them niggas. Niggas think this. Niggas, niggas, niggas. Don't play that shit over here. Let me read that again. I don't even know why I'm giving you this much airtime, but fuck it. I don't see much disrespect over here. Wow, you ninjas are terrified of everything. It's no wonder that these other races are constantly whipping our cowardly asses around. How many ass whoopings do you get a week, John Smith? I'm curious. How many? Even if it's once a month, that's still 12 ass whoopings in a year. This fear cloak communitas DOA, chow, SMDH. Pearly Things is indeed ugly. She's the type you hit and keep going. The manosphere made a mistake by claiming her in public after the play. Yeah. When y'all say the manosphere, like who do y'all mean? Like the names I heard thrown around: Bernard Riley, Obsidian. I even heard a couple people say Edward Anderson. Edward Anderson's name always end up in these conversations. So, um, just guys like that. So, like I said about a couple people last week, it's not really they're not really the entire manosphere, but we also can't make these guys the manosphere whenever convenient because we also hear names like Donovan Sharp and mediocre tutorials and reviews who have said out their mouths that they are not part of the manosphere. So when you say this manosphere, who is this manosphere that we are referring to? Hmm. So, so I mean, that's all I gotta say. I'm not saying that the manosphere is a throwaway. The black manosphere is some type of throwaway. I just think that it needs better positioning with stronger people at the forefront. And I mean, anybody that gets triggered by that, I don't know. Maybe you believe I'm talking about you, but from what I'm seeing, that's what the quicker fixer would be. And I'm not saying that I should be at the forefront. I'm not, or that I'm throwing my name in the hat because only a conceited fool would do that. The people decide who these motherfuckers are, and it's really weird that you deciding that it's Pearl. This man mediocre tutorials and reviews sat on that panel that she was moderating. From what I'd seen on that set, he was sitting there like a fucking college student. Like, yeah, I'm so happy to be here. Yeah. Like he got I ain't gonna say that shit. I'm finna say something. I'm finna say he got real light skin on that one. But some of you listening are light skinned, so man said did you hear Kanye saying watching 21 Jump Street made him like Jewish people again? I don't get this thing with Pearl. She didn't say African American, if I'm not mistaken. What you think she talked about Irish slavery? You gonna deflect to that? Because every time someone mentions slavery and it's black people around, it's always in the context of what black people went through in America. Like y'all so forgiving. Like why the fuck is she even saying slavery? Shoot. All I'm saying is I don't know what the fuck John Smith was talking about earlier, but shit, I'm the one that encourages, like, hey, if they say something out of pocket, you should pop them in the mouth. Y'all done got too used to this internet thing. I mean, shit, making people popular, giving them an algorithm. They saying all kinds of racist shit. But you shouldn't be surprised. Who's the other one? Adam 22. Example: once people started throwing the term incel around and associated it with the red pill, the weaker men who claim to be that jump ship. Yeah, I mean, you got to hold it down. I mean, when you put the words black and manosphere together, you put those two words together in any particular spot, and you're going to get a different reaction. Man, fuck the black manosphere. I mean, and one thing that I've noticed about guys who said that is that not only they'll say fuck the black manosphere, but they'll be in female spaces, kissing their ass. Hey girl, how you doing, girl? Yas queen. Yas. People are too afraid to stand on shit. Shit. I think that people who claim certain spots and go outside of its tenets or bylaws, I think they should be placed on trial. I think that if you were claiming that you want to promote black man media, but then you go into all this caping for the white woman who said racist things, I think your ass needs to be put in some type of hearing type environment. And if need be, ostracize you from the community. We have no time for bullshit. There's enough cracks in the foundation. You niggas want the foundation to crumble. Give a fuck about any of that. Shoot. No, I'm not here to say it's a civil rights movement all over again. I mean, shit is one thing that I do understand that our opposition are amongst our own many times, but to introduce like what was even the point? What her grifting style, her grifting ninjutsu. She looks like Sissy Spacek in that movie Carrie. They're all gonna laugh at you, man. A tall Sissy Spacek. Sitting down with Richard Spencer and the blue-haired white dude. Oh, we talking about Destiny? Yeah, that's another one they embraced. That he got into that debate with Angry Man, and people were saying that Destiny won. He beat Angry Man, and most of that, for me, from what I saw, came out of angst for Angry Man. You know, I watched a very interesting video. But the lead attorney, like I said, a lot of people say that they don't agree with the lead attorney, but whatever. I mean, he looked like he was going against Destiny, and he basically made a fool out the man. He say that y'all read these statistics. Sorry, I stutter a little bit on certain words, and you guys really like you put all these talking points together, and you think that you know what you're talking about, and you don't. I used to call that sounding smart. Like people just like to sound smart, and especially when one of them get in front of you, like this Destiny guy or just Pearly things. When one of them gets in front of you, then they say a couple of words that you feel like you have to look up in the dictionary or Google, then your ass is hooked. Oh man, yeah, he was able to articulate that. It's the same thing when you tell a black person that they talk like a white person because you see that as intelligence. Destiny doesn't like black people, is it? No, I don't doubt that. I don't doubt it at all. People confuse talking fast with knowing what you're talking about. Yeah, but when you hear a black person talk like that, they think they smart. They talking like a white person. And then when you hear a white person talk like that, then you see why. Because they really put them motherfuckers on a pedestal. Like it's some level of acumen that they can't touch because of their skin color. Who the fuck is Destiny the game? Speaking of the game Destiny, R.I.P. Lance Reddick. Adam 22 played his card perfectly. He was able to rock Gangbanger to sleep and have them ready to go to war for him. Really found that mental hook in those men that associated white with right. Yeah, the white man ice is always colder. And obviously the white woman's ice is colder too. Jared D'Souza, I loved him in The Wire. Yeah, he was the captain in The Wire, wasn't he? He was the one that had to always make the unpopular decisions. They love to go and cry about the streets to white folk. Yeah, that really is a confusion. That conversation takes a confusion direction. John Wick. Yeah, I gotta go check out John Wick 4. Yeah, John Wick 4 came out. I mean, that means Shazam, Fury of the Gods never had a chance. Or John Wick 4 is just cinematic brilliance on screen. Oh, Vlad. Yeah, we all chipped in and made Vlad famous. And then you can't even clip his shit, can you? Shoot, who was that? Lord Jamar, who was saying that, oh, you shouldn't support Vlad TV, and he was one of the ones that helped Vlad TV can't come up. And then when when you find out that when you find out when he was a wolf in sheep's clothing, then he wanted to get mad and say don't support Vlad, and there's still people going on Vlad. Oh, thank Boosie. Mm. That's another one. Vlad TV, a white dude that interviews nothing but black people. Motherfucker. I'm gonna put this pic up. I'm gonna put this pic up in my community tab. I tell you the motherfucking truth. Oh yeah, I wanted to show y'all this earlier. Jonathan Majors. Well, you know that guy. He's from Creed 3. He was also in The Harder They Fall on Netflix. He was supposed to be a really big part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe as the main bad guy, King the Conqueror. Well, he's been accused of assault. Some woman has accused him of assault, and he was arrested, and he maintains his innocence. So I'm here to say in front of everybody, innocent till proven guilty. See, I don't care how many female relatives I have. I don't just believe motherfuckers right off hands, especially with brothers dealing in success. We know that there's a lot of people trying to take us down, no matter what. I mean, even the guy he just did the movie with, Michael B. Jordan. We constantly ridicule Michael B. Jordan for being corny and having dealings with white women. Shit, then he gave one a chance and tried to make him a special part of his life. That shit didn't work out. All I can say for him is bullet dodge. But they always trying to take us out. So whenever I see brothers in this situation, like Jonathan Majors, that is always my first go to. Somebody trying to screw him over. A lot of people feel some kind of way about me saying that. Oh, fuck that piece of shit. He hurt a woman. Fuck him. I mean, it's whatever on that. You have the right to feel that way. But I also have a right to feel the way I feel too. So the man say he innocent, I'm just gonna go with that. And I mean, like, if he guilty and is proven beyond a shadow of a doubt, he deserve everything he get. Because you should never let a woman bring you to that point. Unless, of course, you're defending yourself. And even if he did it, there's no way of really saying that he defended himself because, they're probably not going to report it that way. Famous brothers have got to keep the nose clean. Yeah, he was accused of assaulting a female. Not going to war for Vlad because I clearly do not agree with that shit. But the difference between Vlad and Pearly and Adam is that he is a mixtape DJ in the mid to late 2000s. Yeah. Duck mouth. I think he does that because he does have exaggerated features. I mean, if he try to close his mouth and try to have a serious look, it looks like he's doing a duck mouth. Really, really think about that. I mean, yeah, it's best to walk the opposite way and ignore some women. Yeah. That popularity gets the best of them sometimes. Sometimes these women be finer than a motherfucker. They be crazy as cat shit. Every brother thinks they're the exception if they get a little success. And this man's star was rising. This could mess him up because we especially being a black man, you only get one chance to fuck up. You only get one chance to fuck up. This nigga can't see in red. He probably sucked his thumb till he was 21. Man. But I don't know. I'm just gonna sit up here. I'm just gonna sit up here and say that he's innocent until proven guilty in my book. So in saying innocent until proven guilty, I believe he's innocent. They have to prove he's guilty to me because it's too many brothers being taken out by stupid shit, and the shit is avoidable, but at the same time, motherfuckers do lie. Shit, how many times Chris Brown been lied on? I'm noticing that no matter the tone of skin, women are now are plotting shit to get a come up. Yeah, man, and yeah, they will on anybody. Like even somebody like a Kevin Spacey or something. And like I said, I'm not absolving all these guys because some of them are actual jerks that did shit. But especially for a black man, they look for any reason to try to screw you over. Like I've said years ago, they gonna get Will Smith some kind of way. And what they did was they found, because see, Will Smith, like years and years ago, if y'all don't remember, was a spotless actor. Hurry up and buy what's going on. He was a spotless actor. He had a squeaky clean reputation. Then his kids grew up, and then it just broke down from there. It just broke down from there. Willow and Jaden just grew up and started doing all kinds of weird little stuff, and it just broke down from there. Then Jada don't. Everybody don't remember Jada from back in the day. Jada was always kind of sassy, and it's nothing that I've ever had a complete problem with. It's just that even me, my wife have talked about this. How Jada would just be extra for no fucking reason. They're gonna get Denzel somehow. Shoot, they got Morgan Freeman when he married his step granddaughter. That I don't even think she was 20 years old when they got married. Shoot, Samuel L. Jackson. They gonna find a way to get him. They don't leave Hollywood clean. There's always something. There's always a blemish. Shit, Martin Lawrence and Dave Chappelle, they already got blemishes. Martin Lawrence went crazy young in his career. Dave Chappelle, they say he went crazy. I don't even think they went crazy. I think it's just that weird ass Hollywood lifestyle. Yeah, Morgan Freeman married his step granddaughter. He was like what 109 because that nigga old as fuck, and she was like 17 or 18. James Earl Jones. James Earl Jones sold his voice to. Didn't he sell his Darth Vader voice to Disney? Cause I mean, let's seriously. Whenever you read any kind of Darth Vader story and he started talking, you hear James Earl Jones. That's not you. You don't hear any other. You don't hear Gilbert Gottfried's voice. You hear James Earl Jones. Yeah, man. But Jonathan Majors, man, like he a black man, so there's a huge possibility they could actually get him on that, and then like they could just. Then it might be a good thing actually for the MCU because they can reboot all that bullshit. Like, I mean, I hate to see the brother go down. I mean, it was like I said, like I was saying last week. It is because men are afraid of women is because they can say anything and it can destroy you. It can destroy you. That's some serious shit, and that right there is mostly men's fault. Not the fault of the men who would lose control of themselves and actually let this world drive them crazy because life has been so unfair is these motherfucking simp ass politicians. These simp ass dudes not putting their foot down. He sold his voice so he now sounds like Tweety Bird. Like how does someone go about and selling their voice? As bad as JD is, she ain't worse than Gabrielle Union. Ugh. Gab forced D Wade child to a pride parade and ended up thinking he's a she. Oh man. Like I said, man, crimes punishable by ostracizing. That's it. This right here should have never happened. Not in our community. She should have she should have gotten big with them. By them I mean people who look like her. She never should have been big with us. Never. You think Jada's a bad bitch? She literally turned his son into his daughter. We gotta also think about this is how much was Dwayne Wade actually responsible for that? I mean, Gabrielle was the advocate, obviously, from the things that she has said publicly. And I mean, like, either D Wade was with it or he is very fearful of his wife. Yeah, of course they do because they have vaginas and there's no way there's no way that could be a bad person. There's no way. All right, let me do this real quick. Let me do this real quick. I got a few more minutes and then I gotta hold on. They were Transformers robots in disguise on that boy. Yep. Donald John said, I believe that politicians are spineless, but not in the way we think. I believe that they are taking pay to systemically break down men until they don't care to fight for the people who oppress them. Any man that fears his wife is not a man. Kev, you married wife. Do you fear your wife? Just curious. Nope. Why should I fear somebody that is smaller and more frail that can't protect me? That's just it. It doesn't mean that I assert some kind type of physical dominance over her. I don't have to. She knows what's up. I know what's up too. I mean, like that's a lot of what these dudes' problem is. They too afraid to express themselves. One thing she does respect about me is I'm not afraid to express myself. I think he's living vicariously through his son. Now, famous people are capable of just about any type of thought pattern. Shoot, dude, like happy wife, happy life, happy spouse, happy house. I mean, like I don't mind doing things. Like, don't get it twisted. I don't mind doing things that'll make her happy. You know, I'm saying to put a smile on her face. I don't mind doing that. I mean, that feels good to be able to do. But that doesn't mean I'm afraid. Eat the cake minus the cake. Yeah, that was a very bad narrative started about Ike Turner. I mean, I before that movie, and everybody talks about the movie Lied on Ike Turner. That ain't like the movie itself ain't really the reason why everyone said Ike beat Tina. That word was out there before that movie came out. Ike and Tina Turner was a running joke, you know, and you always associated Ike Turner with beating women. It wasn't until years and years later, and the story was suppressed because that's what they do with all these stories. They run with these narratives for so long, and then when you find out it's bullshit, nobody wants to retract it. Like Ike Turner's legacy is ruined forever. Even like Tina. Oh, the story though. Tina came out and said that she was the aggressor a lot of those times that they would get into fights. The cake scene was false. The whole movie, just about the whole "What Love Got to Do with It" movie was a lie. I ain't gonna lie. When people like That's why people got to be careful when they watch these dumbass films. I mean, they put a little entertainment spin on it, so you'll joke about it and laugh about it. But really, that shit is designed to program your mind into believing that shit actually happened. Shoot, like I say all the time, The Color Purple, Menace to Society, Boys in the Hood, New Jack City, all these movies. Those films have power. That's why they make them. They really found out how powerful the black presence is on film when the black exploitation era saved Hollywood. And who was at the forefront of that black exploitation era? Black men. We gotta stop letting people exploit us. Shoot, this white woman right here exploited the weaknesses in the black relationship, and she made a lot of money off of it. She made a lot of money off of it. Why did she make a lot of money off of it? Why? Shit. Somebody black should be making that money. Hell, I wouldn't mind making that money. But hey, like I said, I'm not showing any jealousy or anything like that. It's just that I'm still amazed as to why has this been allowed to happen. Hold on one second, I gotta look at something. Hmm. She made money off black men. Ray Harmon says some black men have stated her interviewing dude was no big deal and that we should look 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 at this as him raising his pro white flag. APTV, what is up? Notice how Hollywood never make movies showing black men becoming millionaires and billionaires. You'll never see that. That's why black media is vital. Yeah, that's also why when Chadwick Boseman died, they killed off T'Challa. You killed out the most titular black man superhero. Like there's like name another black superhero that has the potency of Black Panther. Black man superhero. Don't tell me Black Superman. You might say Blade, but then you got to mention Black Panther as well. I mean, for somebody who's read comic books, yeah, Black Panther, very like he's like top tier. And they killed him because the actor died, and they put it out there in the universe that the actor was too good to be replaced. And who was going for that shit more than anybody? Black folks. Who was they putting at the forefront of defending the choice not to recast? Black folks. Who made the decision? White folks. And then the moral of the story in the sequel of Black Panther is forgive, forgive. Yep. Static Shock. Static Shock is no Black Panther. I get it. He's cool. He's no Black Panther. I mean, you got Blue Marvel, which Blue Marvel is very strong, probably on par with Superman. But number one, they'll never show it to you. And number two, Blue Marvel is not as popular as Black Panther. Then you got John Stewart, Green Lantern, but Green Lantern will always be the white guy, Hal Jordan, even though John Stewart was a very cool Green Lantern. Then you got Icon, who can actually beat Superman, but he's not as popular as Black Panther. In fact, not many people know who Icon is. So Bishop and Power Man are good. There's a villain who's black in Spider Man called Cardiac. He's dope. Okay, okay. Mr. Terrific or Steel. Okay. It's man. They destroyed Mr. Terrific in the Arrowverse. They destroyed him. Anybody who remembers that, they really should not have touched the character of Mr. Terrific at all. But Mr. Terrific, like he comes from a very tragic background, and he's one of those stories of perseverance. You know, even though you could lose everything, you can still live to be your best self. And that was really the character, Mr. Terrific, right there. Oh yeah, you said you met the actor that did it. You said he was a real cool, nice guy. Spawn is black Al Simmons. Yeah, Al Simmons. He's not a Marvel superhero. Yeah, he is pretty popular, and he's very powerful. Yeah, Spawn can take out a lot of people you wouldn't think he could take out. Luke Cage. Luke Cage. Luke Cage. Power Man. Yeah, I remember the Power Man Iron Fist comic books. I don't necessarily remember Heroes for Hire too much, but yeah, I remember. I remember reading and enjoying Power Man and Iron Fist comics back in the '80s. Black Adam ain't black. Yeah, I wrestle with that one too. I guess he from Africa. He black. You know, he's an African pharaoh, so he's black in that way. But they never really give the character an African look. You know, he has those pointy ears, which will make it kind of hard to tell. But I would say Black Adam is black. Yeah, Spawn was pretty good. Like I enjoyed the comics. I enjoyed the story in general. And I wish they'll go ahead and do that movie and actually do the film right. Like don't sugarcoat it. Don't try to do it for the SJWs that complain about everything. Just make a Spawn film. Because truth be told, the Michael J. White film wasn't that good. I remember leaving the film. I remember leaving the movie theater somewhat disappointed after I watched Spawn. I felt like it should have done more, and a lot of things were predictable. I mean, I already knew the Spawn story. I thought Violator should have looked way uglier when the transformation. When Clown made the transformation to Violator, Violator should have looked a lot more hideous. I mean, he looked like a baby monster, like in the movie. The Rock is black. Man, look. Somebody was arguing with me the other day talking about Samoans are black. I'm like, Samoans are Samoans. I mean, shoot. When I think of a black person, the first person that pops up in my head is not Roman Reigns. The new movie for Spawn just got a bigger budget. Hope they don't ruin it. Yeah, they've been trying to get that movie off the ground forever. And Jamie Foxx is supposed to play Al Simmons. Yeah, Michael J. White playing Spawn. I have to look back and say I don't know if he was exactly the right actor for it. Cyborg would be the best job because a great black man from an educated black family. Yeah, that got messed up by some alien. Yeah, Cyborg is yeah, because he's like Cyborg is supposed to be like the most powerful computer in the universe, basically. No, Rikishi was not black. Rikishi was Samoan. Like I said, Samoans are Samoans. The Rock has his black father, Rocky Johnson, which Rocky Johnson was from Canada, but you swear you look at his ancestry and see some slave in it. Like Rocky Johnson was about as black as they came. And that was his father, but he ended up marrying a Samoan woman, and there came out the bloodline. They need to make an offshoot movie of Transformers about Jazz and Blaster, the foundational black Autobots. Foundational because they built Cybertron because the Quentin the Quentin sons couldn't. Man, people are gonna say people are gonna take that one drop rule and just run with it, and it's just I like the one drop rule. I understand that if there's a white person with black in them, that white people are gonna say that that person is black or mixed or all kinds of little ugly words. They say mongrel or mutt, but that's just in essence that's just giving them power. You're just giving them all the power again. I have a Spawn one comic. Yep, classic. True, I had Spawn one, but I lost it. Everybody's from Africa. Shoot. Well, all right, guys. I mean, there's only so much I can say about this bitch. If I say any more, then if I say any more, it'll be just like promoting her. But I'm just gonna. Hopefully, you got the context of things that I was trying to, say tonight. Is like, no, I don't agree with a white person being in a conversation that should be tailored for blacks. I'm good on that. I don't mention them too much because I don't want to give them power because hey, I'm trying to promote my channel for my own growth because I'm the one that you should be looking for here, not people like Just Pearly saying she has enough people in her subscription base. I need more. You know, this has always been about to me promoting and strengthening the foundation of black man media. This is what this is about. Any contribution I can make for that, not to welcome someone, not to bring them in, outside of this motherfucker and act like repeating the same bullshit that I say it is the gospel truth just because of who it's come from. We've got to stop this form of worship. I'm done. I'm done with it. And any content creator that believes differently, I might as well be done with you too, because I thought we as black men were here to promote each other and watch each other's growth, not give it to her. What is she doing different besides having a really abnormally large following? Why should I listen to her over somebody like the Roger Report? I'll even go as far as to say this. Why should I listen to her over the breakdown of woman's perspective? Same guys that sat there and complained about Danica Marie being here, Jessica X being here, whatever that real fine one is, whatever her name is, complained about her being here too. Complained about her being here, but want a cake for her. I don't want to be the one to say this because this is a beaten drum, but really, it really shows me that a lot of these guys that are in this space, a lot of it is about hatred of black women and not getting to that point where we can call ourselves some serious black man media. Do 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 you guys hate? I mean, and yeah, they fuck up a lot. I ain't never been merciful on that. But do we hate them so much that we're gonna use a white woman as a shield? No, that's weak from our part. Heck, I heard about 3 black content creators today. Heavy support Pearly today. Red pill for black women, blue pill for white women. APTV, I totally unabashed agree with you. I agree with you when you say that white folks gonna be white folks. What you expect, respectfully. Okay, and I believe you're being. I believe you said that respectfully too. So, MTR went in on Pearly. He was just sitting in front of her. Wasn't he one of the ones that helped that shit along? I mean, I said 3. You heard 3 content creators. Said Obsidian is clever. But I'll say this about Obsidian. Obsidian has received more vitriol from brothers in like the past year or so. And it might be him being spiteful. I mean, since y'all want to say this shit about me, fuck y'all then. I'll just go ahead and endorse and support someone else. I mean, I still don't agree with that. Jaria D'Souza, I agree. How he gonna go in on her? Yeah, now he knew everything before this point. Yeah. What has she said that brothers hadn't said a million times? And what pisses me off is brothers saying it. We have to pay the price for saying this shit. We have to be told that we're whining and we're crying when we say that shit. She said it's just, oh my God. Oh, thank you for saying it. Oh, we needed to hear it. Jason Black. Jason Black is super articulate. I think he Professor Black Truth personally, but I tried to listen to the two. I can see how they're different, but they're so similar as well. But Jason Black has a very strong will, but he's on his own island. He's on his own Highlander shit. He's gone in on the black manosphere a few times. He's gone in on the space a few times. Say he felt Jason called him out. I mean, yeah, and I did say last week if somebody call you out, you better respond. So if he felt that he was called out, but the name wasn't actually said, although it may seem a bit passive aggressive, that's feeling like someone did it as opposed to actually having the evidence that someone did it. That's two different things. It has a pretty good chance of being viewed as a cry for attention. Prefer Professor Black True personally as well, but Jason is very solid. Jason Black, another clever one. As far as clever APTV, do you mean like as far as content strategy? Because yeah, he does have a pretty good viewing audience. Jason Black does. Yeah, I saw that Baller X video where he played that clip of Jason Black kicking off Mr. Fantastic because he said that he was about to do one of them one there's no racism bits or something like that, and Jason Black wasn't hearing it. And this discussion was about the passport bros. Told you how I felt about that. It's like dudes can do what they want to with their money as long as they understand that there are consequences for some of the shit that you do, and that's anywhere in the world. Yeah, content strategy. Some people have a good content strategy. If Obsidian knows he can piss people off with this, he's probably gonna try to piss a few people off. But there's but brothers do mention this all the time, and I do agree with this part of it. There's this thing called integrity. Where's your integrity? Now, will Fantastic thought he would get a debate. Jason Black, no, you just call in, speak for them few seconds, and then he moves along with the topic. You know, he's not going to get into this whole big old back and forth. I could be wrong. Yeah, but Jason Black, strange enough, the only time I've seen him pop up in the space is to break down a woman's perspective. I mean, he didn't go on a panel or anything, but he appeared in the live comments, which once again, these HNIC ass dudes will sit up there and hang out. They will sit there and talk about the empowerment of the black male all day, but then will be in a female space in a heartbeat. No, it was him. It was the business podcast. Yeah, it was him. I mean, he made like one or two comments, but it wasn't nothing real huge. All right, guys, I'm gonna shut it down. I'm gonna shut it down. I think I said enough about what I'm gonna say. And look, guys, any of y'all that got YouTube channels, man, feel free to promote it. Especially when these live audiences get bigger. If you got a wrench and you got a YouTube channel, promote your channel over here. I don't really care. Because the important thing for me is solidifying black man media. And, it's about a variety of things. It's about a variety of things. People focus on what they want to focus on. But I won't ever be the cause of a white person becoming popular in the space. Never ever. No, I'd rather give those props to a black man. Hell, compared to her, I'd rather give it to one of the black girls. Sorry, guys. I mean, I can't be mad with just them. It's like I have to look at everything from a fairer perspective. Even though life isn't fair, there's some things that you can help as well. So, anyway, I'm good for now. Just make the focus. Let's make the focus more so black man media and all of those content creators that I would say let y'all down today. Hey, they kind of let me down too. So I kind of know how you guys feel, but I, I already knew that a lot of those guys were on that shit anyway. It's just that the black manosphere is the idea of unity amongst black men in a space like this. It's just an idea. It's not an idea that I've seen implemented effectively. And I'm not saying that because of the haters. I'm saying that if you sitting up there calling yourself a part of the black manosphere and you're championing this crap, then you can't really say that is anything black about that. And that's just all I'm gonna say. This motherfucking black manosphere needs some new leadership. Period. It's not something that it has too much value to be discarded. I mean, I know a lot of people want to discard. Uh, I know a lot of people may want to discard it because there's a lot of people that's saying a bunch of shit about the space. You know, the main thing is all they do is sit over there and just talk about women, blah blah blah. But there are so many aspects to this space that hasn't been explored yet. There's so much potential. I just think that other people might need to be at the forefront at this point. Is even starting to bother me at this point. So UFO kamikaze one, what's going on? I'm out. I'm out. Take that how you want. But a lot of that shit is on the audiences too now. It's not just on the content creators because the most important thing to remember is that the people decide, and a large amount of people who have decided this is unfortunately at an alarming number. So anyway, that's it. Just try to support each other a little bit more. That's all I'm saying. And that's it for me. Long live the habitual line steppers and Kev we trust. When you don't quit, you win. Peace out.